this is going to be an upcycling video, and I know that those Christmas bells are really popular, and I just wanted to show you how you could upcycle some. And I'm just taking, now these are just toilet paper rolls, and all I did was I just cut them. I just took one and I just cut it down about 1 inch all the way around, and then I just tuck the corners down like this. Okay, there's going to be a little hole left. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a long piece of twine and I'm just going to cut it like this. I'm going to put it through just like you see here. I want it to be a little long. Okay, so I'm just going to tie a knot, tie a couple of knots at the end to hold it, just to make sure it doesn't come through the opening. Okay, so I've got my little knot there. I'm going to put it through here again. And what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start taking some hot glue and just gluing these guys down. Okay, just going to start gluing them down together. Being aware that I want to keep the twine inside. Okay, so I want to keep the twine in there. I'm gluing down around the twine. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue this down over here, like so, and see how we've got the twine trapped in there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna glue down these last ones over here. Okay, just gonna kind of squeeze them all together like this, and the twine is inside. Twine's inside there. All right, guys, so we have that done. The glue has cooled off a little bit, so I'm just kind of smushing it. It's not hot to the touch anymore at the moment. Just making sure everything is glued down like that. So see, we've got it glued in there, nothing's coming out. It's all in there nice and secure. And inside, if you can see, the knots are inside, and that's also going to hold it in place there. This is a really simple, cheap, inexpensive way of making those little bells. You're welcome to buy the bells if you want to buy them, obviously. But if you like to upcycle and recycle and repurpose, then I thought this would be something fun. Okay, now for the top, because usually there's something, you know, on the top of those little bells. They're not just plain like this. These are just some lids to some empty craft paint jars. Okay, so I'm just gonna wipe it out here. And I'm going to take off the little plastic. So I just took that off. And now I'm just going to take off the lid here using some wire cutters. And I got the lid off there now. Okay. So this is just an embellishment. You don't have to do this. But you just see how it has a hole. And you take your twine. And you can just pull your twine right through that hole. Hold on, we gotta make sure our twine is... All right, we might have to do a little glue. Be careful when you do this. Let it dry for a second. You can blow on it, and then there. Okay, it's not hot anymore. And then that gives it like a little point where you can pull it through. Okay, so then we have this on here, and this is going to be just a little embellishment, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to decoupage some of this paper all over this little bell here that we're making, just to give it some texture, and then I'm going to paint it. And in the meantime, I just have it secured onto here just like this. So this is going to be our little bell. Now I'm using this paper bag material that I've used in a couple of crafts because I got a lot of it. I had ordered something online and they just filled it in with all of this brown paper bag material. Those are just some empty paint bottles I'm going to use. So I'm just going to cut a piece of it. I don't need a lot for this project. And I'll put the rest over there. So I'm just going to crumble it on up like that. And then I'm going to open it up here and try and fan it out a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to start decoupaging it to our little bell here. Alright, so I got my Mod Podge. I'm just going to put some Mod Podge all around here. And what this is going to do is going to take away from it looking like a toilet paper roll. It's going to add some texture to it, and then we're going to paint it with some metallic paint, and it's going to give it a metal look. There we go. And I just kind of ripped it off there like you saw. I'm going to leave a little bit of a lip to tuck some up underneath. Just like this. Make sure I have enough decoupage inside to hold it. Okay. I'm just tucking it up underneath like this, guys. Alright. Now I might have to tear a little of this off here, and that's totally fine, because when you're decoupaging with paper, it's really kind of hard to mess it up just because of the nature of decoupaging. We're going to get it all nice and flat and laying down nice and flat inside and out. Okay. Right. Just gonna make sure we have everything covered. Got that part covered. Okay, we're gonna come over here, make sure we get this part all nice and covered. And if something is bulky or not laying down, you can either cut it, you can tear it, whichever is easier for you. In that instance, I just use some scissors and I cut down some bulk. It is a little time consuming, but I think that it's going to be worth it because they turn out really, really cute. And you can say that they're handmade. And then I'm going to put some up and around this here, the little lid that we use, the cap that we use. And this is going to have like a nice old world feel to it, guys. So I really hope you guys like this. Now I just really like to upcycle. That's just something that I've always enjoyed doing. And Maybe it's because I talked about my dad a lot. Maybe because I was raised by a poor farm boy, and he just kind of taught me to, you know, use what you have on hand. If you don't have to spend it, don't spend it. And so that's just kind of, you know, I mean, I splurge a little bit here and there, guys. I won't lie to you. I do. We all do. But for the most part, I'm very particular with what I buy and what I spend and stuff. And again, I love to craft and make things, so it just works out well for me. All right, so there we have it, guys. I know it doesn't look like much yet. I know. Hold on. Don't turn the channel yet. It's gonna work out, I promise. Okay. So just getting this all nice and decoupaged so that it all holds together very nicely. If you see anything that is not laying down, just go over it with some decoupage and push it on down. All right, guys, so all we're gonna do now is we're just gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna do the other two. Okay, guys, so here they are, and they're all dry. And so what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to dry brush them with just some plain black paint. But I'm not going to cover them completely. I'm just going to dry brush them. I just want to get a little bit of paint on all over, like you see, like I'm doing here. Just the dry brushing. I don't have a lot of my black paint left. I'm going to have to get some more next time I go to the craft store. But I have enough for this. So I'm just dry brushing all over. I'm not trying to paint it solid black. I'm just trying to dry brush it because I want all these little crinkles to be shown. Just like you see there. Okay, and then now I'm just going to do the top. I do the exact same thing to the top here. Just a quick little once over. Okay, so we have that one there. Okay guys, so we have them all done. All three of them are done the exact same. Whoops. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this vanilla. I'm not going to rinse out my brush because I want to have a little bit of a grayish gold kind of coming through. I'll show you here in just a moment. And if you hear Lulu, it's because she knows it's dinner time. Okay, so I'm just going to mix that with some of the black I have left over in my brush. There we go, just to get a nice gray color going here. And then I'm going to add in some gold to it. There we go, just like that. Okay, and so I'm going to do the same dry brushing technique with it because we're just building up our paint. So I want to take some of this off. And I'm just going to do the same thing, just going over because we're just building up the color and we want colors to come through. So we have that done. So now all I'm going to do is I am going to rinse out my brush now, and then I'm going to go over them with this pretty gold. I got these two pretty gold colors. I think I'm gonna use this one and then maybe go over it with this one. This one's a little brighter gold and this one's a little bit more of a dull gold. So we will be right back. Okay guys, so they are dry, and so now I'm just going to use some of this gold here. There we go. And again, I'm just dry brushing. Just getting it all nice and dry brushed on. Just like you see here. It can be heavier in some places and lighter in others. I am concentrating a little bit where there are areas where a lot of the black is showing through. So I am putting a little bit extra over that black, but I'm not completely covering it. You kind of just have to eye it to your liking and put on the paint how you are wanting it to look and turn out. But I just want a little bit of that black coming through. Alright guys, so this is how I decided to display them, and I think they turned out really pretty. I think they look really cute. I think that they do look very much like just some old beat up little cowbells, and I love how they look aged, and they just, you know, they just have that old appearance to them. And so all I did was I just went outside in my backyard and I just got some clippings from some of my evergreen trees and my holly trees, and I just made a little swag with a little bit of that black velvet ribbon, and I just tied the little cowbells that we made together using the twine that we used, and then just tying them all together and just making sure that they were different lengths. And I think this turned out really cute, guys. So again, I just like to give you the idea, and I hope you try doing something like this. It was a lot of fun. It was a little time consuming, but I think it worked out really well. And again, I just like to give you the idea. So I hope you had a good time watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. See you later. Take care.